Welcome guys, welcome to this video. In this video we are going to see how to add post meta. So here we have the when this post was published, the author of this post, as well as the category. We have multiple categories displaying here as well. So if you click here, you get the post for that particular category only. So we want to show this feature in our current theme. To add the post metas, we need to go into the index.php because that is powering the post page for us. So here, just beneath the title, we can add our tags. So I'm going to add here -meta. All right, and inside we can show the post meta. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call the p tag here, and inside p tag I say on, and first we are going to say when we publish this, and end the PHP tag, and inside we are going to use a function which is the time function. Now this is a PHP function. It takes few parameters if you want to modify the output of it. So if I save this and go into the browser and refresh, it's giving us the time right now. So what I want complete date and time and everything. So to do that, we can pass here for day, then and dash capital Y. Now this is going to change the format of our date. So refresh, you can see it 20 Feb 2021. Now if you want to learn more about the PHP formats, you need to go into this link, and the link is in the description. So here you can see that for day and DJ, we have these correct letters that we can pass to change the format. So the same way we are doing it here, that I pass this. So if I want to add some more detail, I can pass it like this in our theme. So here, now I'm going to save this. I'm going to go to the browser and refresh. So we have the date, we have the day, as well as the time. So this is how we do it. Now once you are going to work and see how things work in PHP, you will be more familiar with the date formats. Now what are we going to do? The other thing, we want to show the author. So to add the author, I'm going to go into the text editor again, and here in the post meta, I'm just going to add a pipe here, and then I'm going to say author. So I want author to be a link, so I'm going to create anchor tag, and inside that I'm going to open the PHP tag. Now to display the author name, we are going to say get the author. All right, and we need to echo this function. All right, let's save this, go to the page, refresh, we get the author right here. It is currently a link, but it will not go anywhere because we don't have anything in our link currently. So let's make it work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the PHP tag here. Inside it, we want to call the get underscore author underscore post URL, and this requires the ID, get underscore the underscore. Now here we need to pass the ID. All right, so this should work. So as this is a get function, it's going to get the echo. So I'm going to say echo here, go back there, refresh the page. Now if I go to this root, you can see that URL changes. It says author root. So we have the post by root author here. All right, so this is how you work with the author. Now let's display the categories. So if I go to the admin area and here posts, so we have the categories set here, and this post has 2 categories, and these others have 1. So we're going to show just like that. And in case you want to set the category, you just go edit, and here you have categories where you can create the categories and add and even assign multiple categories. So let's go here, and to display the categories here, I'm going to add another pipe, and then I'm going to say inside this PHP tag we want to run a function. So I'm going to get underscore the underscore category. Now this function will return an array, so we can play with it and we can show the categories, because we need to loop through that particular array. So what I do, I simply say dollar categories is equal to this. So here I'll do this, and to display like what exactly we are getting, I'm just gonna say here var. So save this. Now if I go here, refresh, you can see that we're getting an array, array of 1, and we have these details inside it. So what we need to do, we need to get the category out of it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say here, let's create a dollar output, and I want it to be empty string by default, and then I'm going to run the PHP function loop, sorry. So I'm going to say here, first I'm going to check if we have the categories. So if we have the categories, run a for loop, and what I want to do is say $I is equal to 0, and $I will run till we have count function here, which is counts the array elements. So we need to pass our dollar category because it is an array. So it is going to get to know that how many categories we have. So it is going to run this loop that much time. Each time the loop runs, we want to increase $I. So we say $I plus plus. Now inside it, what we are going to do, we are going to just append everything. We're going to just attach to this output whatever category we get. So we're going to say here dollar output dot equals, so this is going to concatenate it. Let's first see what we are getting before concatenating. So I'm just going to remove this, and I'm going to cut the var dump, and I'm going to put inside the loop. Now when you have the loop, we have $I changing each time, we can pass this $I here. Alright, so we're going to pass like this, and now if I go and refresh the page, so we can see that we are getting here some data. We have term ID, name, slug, term group, and to get the category, because we have cat underscore name here, so we can pass this. We can pass the name, so it should be here. We have name here, so I'm going to pass this name now. So I'm just going to say here arrow and then name. Now when you get value out of an object, then you pass like this. So we have an if you see here, we have an object here. So now if I refresh the page, you can see that we have the string, and there is this coding, which is the category. And if you go here and see in your posts, we have coding category. Alright, so let's make it work. We want to have these categories as links, and we want to concatenate if there are multiple categories, and dot equal, which is going to concatenate it. And I want to put here this, so simply like this. Now it is going to create a string for us, but we want a link. So what I do here, I'm going to wrap it with the anchor tag, but inside the single quote. So I say here, now each time it prints, what we're going to do, we are going to pass a comma as well, so that once we have a single category, so if I go here, we have the category, then we have comma, then we have another category. So we want this comma, so it prints a single category, it puts the comma, and it puts the another category. So to do that, you simply concatenate here comma space and like this. Alright, so we're gonna do this. It's going to pass and append here. So now we need to make it a link. So here we need to work with the WordPress function. So I'm going to break this here, and I'm going to put dots here, and here we are going to pass a function. So it's going to be get underscore category. So this is a WordPress function again. Now this function requires the ID. So here the way we are getting the name the same way we are getting the term ID. So I'm just going to put that term ID in here. So I'm going to put here, instead of name, we're going to get term underscore ID. And you always can see what values you're getting here by doing var dump if you if you forget what values you were getting. So we pass the term ID like this. Now let's see if everything works. So here, now currently we have it like this. So what I do here, after this we say echo dollar output. Okay, so save this, go to the browser and refresh, and we get an error. It says get category. Okay, the spelling mistakes, be careful about that. Category, and go here, refresh. Okay, we get the category, but links are not working. Okay, I passed the function, but it should be an href, so sorry about that. And it should be double quote. Now I'm starting double quote here, so it should end here just after we are getting the link. So it's this portion, you know, the anchor tag normally works. So I save this, go here, refresh, we have the link, and as well as we have comma here. So if I scroll down, we have the two categories here and the same right here. Now if I click any of this category, we go to category general, so it's working. If I click here in technology, category technology, it's working. Now there is one thing that I want to correct here. If you notice, we have a comma here even when we have a single category. So what we need to do, we need to say here that we're going to use a PHP function. It is trim, and we are going to pass the output, and we are going to say, all right, if there is a comma you see at the end of the string, then remove it from the end, from the front. So it is going to look for it, and if at the end it is seeing any comma like this at the end, so it is going to remove. If there are multiple categories, that means there is no, it is going to remove from here, not from here, because this is not the end. Okay, so I'm going to save this, and let's see if it works. Refresh, so you can see that we have comma here, it removed it, here it removed it as well. So it's working just fine as it's supposed to work. Now we have the details showing, post meta showing correctly, so we can correct a bit styling here because it's not looking that good. So I simply go to style.css, and here we need to target the div with the class of post meta. So I'm just going to copy this, and here I'm going to say div with the class of post meta, and inside we have p tag where we are going to correct. So I'm going to say font size to be, let's say, a 12 pixel, and then we want color, so I want it to be light color, so I say hash 777. Now also what I want to change the font family, so alright, the page, refresh the page, and we have it better looking. So we can even style it more, but I think it's good enough. So in the next video we are going to see more of WordPress. We will see how to handle when we go to the any of these categories. So this page should have a different look, or we want to say like you are viewing a particular category. As in our original project, if we go to any of these, it says post from world category. So here currently we are not having that, so we want to add this in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.